They must have fallen asleep as the storm's wind and rain subsided. When Jenna woke up, it was silent. She hadn't woken up by herself. After Jason woke up, she felt something unusual next to them. After seeing what was beside them, they fled the bed as soon as they could. Jenna Ryder and Jason had been married for some time. The pair was content and settled. The neighborhood of Tennessee that they lived in was relatively safe and a great place to raise a family. It was the kind of place where people didn't even need to lock their doors, or so they thought. April ended. Despite spring ending, the weather was still pleasant. May brought rough weather. Riders lived normally. They had never had problems during stormy weather, so they didn't expect any this time. They had 3 dogs but no children. They shared their bed with 1 or more dogs because they loved pets. Their home was their sanctuary, like everyone else's. One day, everything changed. Both were lifelong Tennesseans. They weren't ostriches, but they never worried. Soon, troubling news spread. One town over had a burglary spree that was getting worse each week. Jenna loved following social media trends, but she knew they had their drawbacks. If you like my videos, don't forget to like or subscribe. Thanks in advance. Due to sensationalism and fake news, it was hard to tell which sources were reliable. Thus, the couple decided to ignore the bad news. It was concerning when local burglaries increased. The couple had secure fences. They also knew that if all else failed, their 3 dogs would prevent anyone from entering their home. They never expected a home intruder. The day began normally. The couple spent a typical weekend at home in good weather. Afternoon changes began. As Jenna settled in and began relaxing after all their errands had been run, that was when she noticed the first signs of trouble. Jenna saw a weather warning on local social media groups. While it wasn't unusual to have rain at that time of year, the warnings all spoke of possible, inclement weather. After Jenna told Jason, they kept their dogs inside for the night. The skies suddenly darkened and the storm started as evening approached. The storm was intense, but it was soon apparent that the flooding threats that were being circulated were likely caused by unnecessary panicking. The storm was loudest, with howling wind and thunder. As they lay down, the couple knew it would be a long night. The couple slept. Jenna awoke at dawn. She turned over when something stirred beside her. She immediately thought of the burglary stories as the weather calmed. Jason woke up and saw that someone else was in their bed. After removing the comforter, the couple gasped. The couple thought one of their dogs had climbed into bed. Dog. To their surprise, they didn't know the dog's owner or origin. The Pitbull Labrador mix was blissfully unaware of its fright. The adorable intruder snuggled up with them all night in a stranger's home. The morning was calm after the storm. The riders checked their yard and saw that the wind, thunder, and lightning had been bad overnight. Storm debris littered their yard. The strange dog had probably gotten scared during the storm and entered their house. One mystery remained. They were confused but not stunned. The pup captivated them. It was adorable. What's its origin? They had to discover how the poor cold pup got into their house and who owned it. Jason was cautious. The pup was unfamiliar and could do anything. They tested its trust before proceeding. All dogs were outside. They could start trusting it. They poured dog food into a small bowl from their cupboard. Puppy ears perked up. Experienced dog owners Jason and Jenna knew 2 things puppies needed most. This pup had slept and eaten enough. Feed it. The puppy ate greedily and wagged its tail. It seemed more relaxed now. They needed answers. Jason checked their house while Jenna reassured the puppy in their bedroom. He could discover how it got in. He checked every door downstairs. He realized something was wrong then. This must have let the puppy in. Jason looked out their back door and saw where the puppy came from. The dog may have pushed out the bottom door window to escape the storm. He quickly fixed the pain with putty. They'd need to fix it if more storms hit this week. The couple needed more information about the dog. Connie was her collar name. Pitbull Labrador mixes were rare, but they could tell she had been pampered before coming to their home. The right thing would be to find her original owners. That proved harder than expected. Connie adjusted to their home for a week while they posted missing pet posters on telephone poles, bus stops, and supermarket parking lots. No news for another week. They received no calls or tips about the dog's owner. Jenna had a great idea. They loved the cute, loving puppy. The couple's dogs and the dog loved snuggling. They invited her to stay. Jenna searched social media for her family after realizing she was domesticated. They had no idea. Jenna posted about their visitor. She characterized the puppy. She felt good after posting. Wouldn't their owner find the post? Jenna had no idea who would see her post and act. She never imagined her life changing so much. After 2 weeks, they were in love with their unexpected guest. Connie was the sweetest dog and got along great with their other dogs. Everyone loves puppies, right? The puppy also adjusted well. She cuddled with the couple at night and played with their dogs outside. They had no idea who was looking for her. 2 days after Jenna's pup post. Calling her. She answered an unknown number and heard a gruff voice. Intimidating voice. He claimed the pup was his and asked about her. Jenna worried about the dog's owner. She was unaware of her opponent. Jenna asked the phone caller to prove he was the dog's owner to avoid kidnapping. He snapped, "Her name is Connie, she disappeared 2 weeks ago, and I've been looking for her." Jenna empathized. She understood pet fleeing. She believed he was the owner, but she should have verified his identity before giving him her address. Jenna heard a knock on her door 30 minutes after the man called to arrange to return little Connie to her owner. She played with Connie. She stood and opened the door. She wasn't expecting the man at the door. She screamed for her husband to come to her. Jason ran to the door and supported his wife. The man surprised him too. His surroundings were special. They examined his designer watch. Connie's owner wasn't ordinary. This was unexpected. He requested entry to explain. Nodded. He explained how Connie got into their house. He took her out on storm nights so she wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. Unfortunately, lightning struck while she was outside, and she fled their property. He lost her chasing her. He appreciated them finding and protecting her. He also thanked them. The riders discovered she lived 2 miles away. Jenna felt for the owner, but she was finally with her family. The riders would miss Connie. Before she left, everyone snuggled and kissed puppies. Jenna and Jason had cute memories and a strange story. Then the man surprised them with something life-changing. The man was grateful and gave the couple a gift for watching Connie for 2 weeks. He took an envelope from his jacket pocket. "I got this money from the bank after our call. Take it, and thanks again for taking care of my Connie." Jenna was shocked when she opened the envelope. Envelope contained $1,000. He smiled and told her his dog was priceless. The man left the house with his special friend, leaving the couple speechless. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.